Preparing for the coronavirus, why some are taking it more seriously than others.
You just see this not as just a BYU issue, but a human rights issue.
Protests continue over BYU's honor code and where the university stands on same-sex behavior on campus. We talk with demonstrators who hope their message is heard across the country.
And the Utah State Aggies headed back to the big dance. Our Fox 13 sports team getting you up to speed on tonight's win.
From record warm to windy and wet. We'll have your forecast coming up.
We're following breaking news just into our newsroom. Authorities need your help to find two missing children from Eagle Mountain.
Now take a close look. This is 10-year-old Kyler Kerr and 11-year-old Kira Kerr. Now Kyler is 4'6" and he was last seen wearing a blue shirt and blue jeans. Kira is 4'9". These two are missing from the ranches area of Eagle Mountain. Police urging everyone to be on the lookout, but especially within the city. Call Eagle Mountain Police if you have any information. Our other top story tonight, most of northern Italy is now under a lockdown due to COVID-19.
Italy's prime minister has ordered gyms, pools, museums, and ski resorts to close with this quarantine. So far, almost 6,000 people have the virus, and at least 230 people in Italy have died due to COVID-19, with more than 50 deaths in the past 24 hours. The quarantine will last until April 3rd.
And here at home, Utah health experts are reminding everyone to remain calm. This after the state's first confirmed case of COVID-19.
Right now, there's only one confirmed case. They're a Davis County resident who was on the Grand Princess cruise ship over a week ago. Governor Gary Herbert has issued a state of emergency for coronavirus in order to free up resources, which would include federal money for responding to more potential cases.
And people across Utah continue to report empty shelves where toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and water bottles all should be, but they're empty because of the coronavirus.
Fox 13's Sydney Glenn spoke with one couple who say they're preparing for the right reasons.
Take a look at all this stuff. The Ansaris say they are prepared to self-quarantine for 2 to 3 months if it comes to that.
The Ansari's garage doesn't house any cars.
Toilet paper.
Instead, it's filled with stuff like rice, noodles, and toilet paper.
I went to the store yesterday and all of the shelves, they were empty.
Empty because people like this couple are preparing for whatever the coronavirus may bring, especially now that someone in Davis County has it.
I knew it was going to come sooner or later.
Adam isn't preparing for himself, though.
I'm very worried that if I get it, for sure my wife will get it as well.
His wife has a history of respiratory issues, making her vulnerable to this virus.
When she was 16 years old, she got tuberculosis, which she had to be treated for a whole year.
So getting ready to have to potentially self-quarantine isn't out of the question in this house.
I feel very concerned.
But seeing others overstocking doesn't sit well with many, like Adam and his wife, who feel they have real reason to be concerned.
It is definitely frustrating to go see all the images of people at Costco that have like 40 cases of water bottles and they're just completely stocked up.
Well, they hope this stuff gets used over time and not because of the coronavirus. They're happy to be ready.
The Ansaris say they are closely monitoring the coronavirus, especially now that we have a confirmed case here in Utah. In West Jordan, Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
That first patient in Utah, as we mentioned, coming from on board the Grand Princess. The ship and its 3,500 passengers and crew currently about 50 miles off the coast of San Francisco. On Friday, Vice President Mike Pence announced 21 people on board the Grand Princess cruise ship had tested positive for COVID-19. Monica Actor, a Utah native, is on the ship. We've spoken with her before. She gave us an update today on how she's feeling.
Just sit and wait, and I'm glad that we have internet so we can talk to our families. That makes all the difference right there. It's going to be difficult, I'm sure, when we transition home. People scared to be around us and things like that, but hopefully it won't be too bad.
She also sent us this video of her going to visit her parents, who are also on the ship, showing just how empty all of the hallways are on board. Princess Cruises said on social media they are awaiting official plans for future positioning of the ship. Meanwhile, in China, a hotel that was used as a coronavirus quarantine center has collapsed. 43 of the 70 people trapped had now been rescued from the debris, including an infant that was pulled from the rubble. This happened about 600 miles away from the city of Wuhan, which is the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. Heavy search and rescue operations are underway, while 27 people remain unaccounted for.
Meanwhile, the virus is impacting the global economy. Fox's Jackie Heinrich shows us how some companies are containing the spread of the virus.
The novel coronavirus showing no sign of slowing down. The number of cases is surging. The death toll is rising. This as the disease officially known as COVID-19 spreads around the world. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention confirming hundreds of coronavirus cases in the United States. Health officials urging Americans not to panic by the increasing number of cases.
I tell people every time we see a new confirmed case, they should think of that as a success, not a failure, because they know their public health community is out doing their job.
Meeting with members of the cruise line industry in Florida Saturday, Vice President Mike Pence says coronavirus testing is now available nationwide.
Now doctors can prescribe tests to any American, regardless of their symptoms.
Amid the growing fears of the COVID-19 outbreak in the U.S., the virus is making an impact on the global economy. Businesses across the country are making changes as health officials struggle to contain the disease. Amtrak announcing on Saturday a temporary adjustment to its schedule. The company is suspending its nonstop Acela service between New York and Washington, D.C., citing a drop in demand due to the coronavirus outbreak. The cancellation going into effect beginning Tuesday through the end of May. Uber is planning to compensate employees diagnosed with the coronavirus, along with workers who are required to self-quarantine. The ride-sharing company says the affected staff members will receive compensation for a period of up to 14 days. However, it remains unclear how much they will receive. Facebook is implementing a temporary ban of medical face mask advertisements from its platforms. The company says the move will prevent people from exploiting the global crisis. The social media giant plans to roll out its new policies in the coming days. Despite the increasing number of cases and death toll, the CDC says the general American public is at low risk of contracting coronavirus. In New York, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
And if you do have concerns about the coronavirus, you can call Utah's COVID-19 hotline. That number is on your screen. We also have full coverage of the global outbreak over on fox13now.com.
Well, turning to weather now, we've had some of the warmest days of the year. It has been quite nice, but that's all going to change tomorrow. Thanks, Doug, who's in for Brett tonight. Is that your change?
No, had nothing to do. I'm just the messenger, purely just the messenger. Yeah, Brett would be telling you the same thing, so there you go. Hey, we're already starting to see the change out there right now. You notice the clouds, they thickened up. We had the wind. Now we're seeing a little bit of rain out of those clouds, as indicated by this green. Probably more bark than bite. The darker green areas where we're actually seeing some measurable rainfall. Provo, you've had just a trace of rain, a little more working through Utah County. And the blue, that's basically high mountain snow. Snow levels between 10 and 12,000 feet, depending on the mountain range out there. As we zoom out, speaking of snow, not too far from Elko, this is the second part of the storm system. Will certainly bring precipitation widespread for the Wasatch Front late tonight into tomorrow. Wind gusts, yeah, we hit 30 miles per hour in Salt Lake City. Wow, Milford, 46. It got your attention, kicked up a lot of dust. You probably noticed after a while you really couldn't see the Wasatch Mountains. Well, you can thank the wind for that. 59 degrees in Salt Lake City, not bad for this time at night. 57 currently in Ogden, 52 in Windover. And behind the front, it's already colder. Elko at 36 degrees. We'll talk more about tonight and the rest of the weekend coming up.
The mother of J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan working to get bailed out of jail. In Lori Vallow Daybell's initial court appearance in Rexburg, Idaho yesterday, a judge agreed to reduce her $5 million bond to $1 million. In theory, she and Chad Daybell have enough money to meet the 10% cash surety of $100,000, but we're told she's facing some obstacles. She needs to come up with $1 million in assets, and a bond company's insurance needs to assess the risk. If she's bailed out, she'll need to wear an ankle monitor and stay in the Rexburg area. Her next court appearance is on March 18th and March 19th.
In Utah County, a Provo man is dead and 2 others hurt after a crash on I-15 in Orem overnight. Utah Highway Patrol troopers say a southbound Toyota drifted off the road at the 800 North on-ramp and rolled over. The driver, who we now know is 46-year-old Lewis Lee, was thrown from the vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. They were not wearing a seatbelt. The other 2 passengers were wearing seatbelts and received minor injuries. For the 4th day, protest continues after BYU clarified recent changes to their honor code, but this time those protests are thousands of miles away from the university.
Fox 13's Spencer Joseph spoke with former students across the country, keeping the protests going.
Here at Temple Square tonight, it's quiet compared to what it was yesterday when students from the campus of BYU protested in front of the church office building. And even though this protest was yesterday, a group all the way across the country heard that message and thought they should do the same thing in New York City.
LGBTQ students at BYU New York City stands with you!
I just see this not as just a BYU issue, but a human rights issue. So we're here standing in support. We want to hold BYU and the church accountable.
Whether it's on the campus of BYU or Friday at Temple Square,
Don't just stand, come stand with us.
And now outside the LDS Temple in New York, BYU students are frustrated with the honor code clarification earlier this week.
Utah, as we all know, is kind of a bubble, and things can get easily swept under the rug. There are a lot of alumni and a lot of people affected by this out here.
Tanner Forbes and Caleb Jensen talked to us while at the protest in New York, saying that everyone used social media to organize together. But for Forbes, this was important, being an LGBTQ student who attended BYU.
When I was there, I was turned in, and I was in trouble for a lot of different things, but one of them was LGBT, being gay and dating.
But he says since he was in school, things have changed.
There's a lot of people saying, I love you and I will fight for you, which is really exciting. We just need the church to do that for us now.
And while this protest is happening thousands of miles away, they hope their words can be heard back in Utah.
The best case scenario would be that they reverse the policy and they go back to letting LGBT students date on campus. Ideally, we want them to create a space where our friends and other queer students can feel safe.
BYU maintains that same-sex marriage does not lead to eternal marriage and therefore cannot be a part of their honor code. Students I spoke with say they'll continue to fight that ruling. At Temple Square, Spencer Joseph, Fox 13 News, Utah.
A small community coming together for a young man who's pushing himself to overcome the fight. We'll show you what they did to support the family.
And movement in the Utah legislature on a very controversial bill, what the future may hold for those who get an abortion or have a miscarriage.
Like any great rebel, Ryan Blaney marches to the beat of his own drum.
Ryan Blaney, he's driving the heck out of that thing.
Yeah, he knows the rules.
Around off the bumper of Blaney.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna follow him. He's a modern-day NASCAR renegade. Maneuvering chaos.
Contact, slam into the wall.
Chasing glory. Running wild.
Coverage starts Sunday at 1 on Fox 13.
It's Getaway Today's 30-year anniversary, and we're celebrating with our best deal ever for kids. Now through May 21st, save $86 on 3-day Disneyland Resort tickets for kids ages 3 to 9. Book at getawaytoday.com or call 855-GETAWAY.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
With over 1 million members, it's clear more people prefer the better rates and lower fees at America First Credit Union. Still, it's not for everyone.
We're not some of those sheep that go to the most popular credit union in Utah.
Exactly. We're into organic banking. You bury your money in a little mason jar outside.
Jar to wallet.
It's very retro.
Or if you prefer more convenient access to your money, America First has mobile banking and the most branches in Utah.
It's Getaway Today's 30-year anniversary, and we're celebrating with our best deal ever for kids. Now through May 21st, save $86 on 3-day Disneyland Resort tickets for kids ages 3 to 9. Book at getawaytoday.com or call 855-GETAWAY.
There's no solve for this problem.
Feels like the end of the world.
911 Lone Star season finale, Monday on Fox. Live from Fox 13 Studios, this is Fox 13 News at 9.
Tonight, a small community in central Utah rallying behind a teen fighting a rare illness.
Fox 13's John Franke shows us how people in Gunnison are joining the teen in his fight.
Gunnison may not be the largest town in our state, but whatever they lack in size, they make up for with heart. The power of this small community's love is on display, and it's all to help Jackson Hill, so he and his family know they aren't alone.
We live in a great place, my friend.
What you see here is what happens when a community comes together.
Just while we've been talking to you, I've had 2 texts that 2 more donations that were over $1,000.
All these donated items will be auctioned. The money raised will support Jackson Hill.
I think it's pretty cool.
Jackson, who's better known as Jacko, has a condition called spinal meningioma, non-cancerous tumors growing in his spinal cord. He's enduring chemotherapy and radiation to remove those tumors, which have taken away his ability to walk.
When I was healthy, I kind of always was the kind of kid to push myself to, I guess, be better in whatever sport it was.
Now Jacko, who started in basketball and track at Gunnison Valley High, is pushing himself to walk.
Jackson's one tough dude. He's the toughest guy I know.
This community in central Utah is right there with this high school senior and his family as they take on this challenge with so many unknowns.
It's actually amazing, the support that we've received.
Jacko isn't in this alone.
If you had asked me 20 years ago if I would be raising my children in a community this small, I would have told you were crazy. But this is exactly where I want to raise my kids.
His neighbors, friends, even strangers.
They want to meet him, and they want to support him, even though they don't know him.
Giving so much more than the tumors can ever take away.
I take pride in knowing that. That's where I come from.
If you missed tonight's auction, you can still help. There are several ways you can donate. We have those links on our website at fox13now.com. In the newsroom, John Franke, Fox 13 News, Utah.
The push to improve Utah's air quality starts from the ground up. That's the message people wanted to get across at the annual Clean Air Solutions Fair at the Gateway this afternoon. People learned how to find out the smog rating of their vehicle and how to become citizen lobbyists in order to do their part to clean up the air we breathe.
There's a lot of scientific data showing how harmful it is for our bodies, and it's important that we care about that because we're breathing it. We can't escape it. We need to be aware of what's going on.
If you'd like to learn more, you can always head over to Utah Clean Air's Partnerships Facebook page.
Well, most of us know sometimes traffic up Big and Little Cottonwood Canyons, especially for those powder days, well, they can be a bit hectic. But one group is working to provide a solution. Wasatch Backcountry Alliance provided a free shuttle day to give skiers and snowboarders a ride up the canyon and let them know about alternate transportation options. One skier tells Fox 13 he went up Big Cottonwood Canyon, skied over into Mill Creek Canyon, and then he caught a shuttle back down.
I think that the shuttle is really cool because, one, it helps reduce parking congestion in the canyons at the trailheads, which has become a really big problem recently. Also, you can do things like we did today, where we started in one place and ended in another place, which is a lot of fun.
Now, Wasatch Backcountry Alliance has offered this free shuttle day to skiers every year since 2016.
Well, today's a special day, not just because Doug Iverson is here, but because we move those clocks forward. Right?
Not something a new parent wants to hear, like I have to lose another hour of sleep.
Just what you wanted, right? Yeah, this is, I think, out of all time changes, thankfully we only have 2 a year. This is probably the most difficult, so let's talk about it. You know the routine. Yeah, it's dark out there now. Yeah, we spring forward tonight. You'll want to set all your clocks back, bite my tongue. Kidding. Forward by 1 hour. Yes, you got to jump ahead by an hour. And one nice thing about this this time change. It'll stay darker longer in the morning. The sunrise will actually be an hour later than it was today. Okay, we know that. But the nice thing, too, is it stays lighter later. So the sunset will happen at 7:28 tomorrow instead of 6:28. So there's the extra so-called daylight that a lot of people get excited about. You know, you get home from work, it's already dark. Well, that won't be the case now. So spring forward tonight. Set your clocks forward 1 hour before you go to bed. Most clocks are automated, so you don't have to worry about that. I like those automated clocks. But I think a lot of the cars won't do it by themselves. So anyway, 59 degrees currently, a little bit of a breeze out there, southeast wind at 16 miles per hour. Visibility's improved than it was earlier because the wind's backed off a little bit. We're starting to see a little rain too on the map. Current conditions for St. George, not quite as windy as Salt Lake City with a temperature of 62, a little bit warmer. Cold front moving in. There it is, right at our doorstep, already clipping the northwest corner of Utah. They've got the moisture ahead of it, so rain showers scattered tonight, tomorrow morning, and then post-frontal precipitation, basically rain showers for the Wasatch Front tomorrow. Snow levels will drop down. We may see a rain-snow mix in Park City tomorrow morning, so something to keep in mind if you're traveling that way. Cold front also means temperatures are going to take a nosedive. No 70s, no 60s tomorrow, for most of us at least. We're at 43 for low at Salt Lake City. That is warmer than average for this time of year. Typically, we should still be freezing cold at night, so we're getting, it's still got that improvement as far as night temperatures go. Temperatures not improving tomorrow, they're going the other direction, 52. Today, we're in the mid-60s, so at 10 to 15 degrees cooler, but still 52 is average for this time of year. We've been spoiled lately. I know, we get used to it, and then carpet comes out, rug comes out right from underneath us. 64, it's St. George with a mostly cloudy sky. So rain showers off and on morning into the afternoon. I think we'll see a lot of the rain kind of break up late in the day. We'll probably be treated a little bit of sunshine, dry sunshine that is, by the afternoon. Mostly cloudy for St. George, cooler. No 70s tomorrow, 64 though, still pleasant. Southern Utah for the next 7 days, looking ahead. Yeah, we got that time change, yeah, okay. It feels like jet lag. They say every time we go through this, it's like having jet lag for a few days. Monday, mostly cloudy. Could see some rain on Tuesday. Rain is likely for southern Utah midweek. It looks like even a chance of more rain on Thursday, but the 70s are back. Gotta wait until next Saturday. Northern Utah, we got rain showers tomorrow. It starts to clear tomorrow night. Dry start to the work week. We may see some rain on Tuesday, but not to worry. The 60s. Yeah, no snow for the Wasatch Front this week, so good news there. We'll see 60s reappear as early as Thursday, and it'll take us into next weekend.
You know, I can't be the only one, but with this time change, a lot of my clocks will finally be right.
Oh,
because I haven't changed them.
You never change them. See, I always panic tomorrow too. Did I get the time right? Am I late? Did this thing actually work? Did my phone work?
See, I actually finally have an excuse to be late. I'm like, oops, sorry.
We appreciate the reminder. Thank you, Doug.
Still to come, cyclists here in Utah riding for a reason, and it's not to get in shape. The hefty goal these riders are pedaling for.
Plus, it's madness. A shot tonight sending Utah State on their way. Which other tournament hopefuls are trying to sneak into the big dance?
Sizzler Steak. Your choice of side and mini shrimp is back for only $9.99. For only $1 more, you get all the golden mini shrimp your mouth can handle. $9.99, or pile on the shrimp for $1 more for a limited time only. So hurry in. Sizzler.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Yeah. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, save big with an incredible deal on the Toyota of your dreams. Offers end March 31st. To learn more about all our great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
For 35 years, Bathfitter makes it easy to remodel your bath or shower.
Hi, I'm Bill Booman.
And I'm Rick Booman from Bathfitter. From your free in-home consultation to your installation, we're with you every step of the way, all backed by our lifetime warranty.
Bathfitter's exclusive seamless wall surround gives you the look of tile, slate, or marble. You'll love the result.
Save time and money with Bathfitter.
From Logan to St. George, we serve all of Utah. Call now and receive up to $450 off or 18 months no interest. It's better with Bathfitter.
For over 50 years, we've been more than just experts at transmissions. We're also experts at brakes, tune-ups, check engine light inspections, and more. We provide free towing to any of our 10 locations across the Wasatch Front. Right now, receive 50% off our Safeguard transmission service, as well as $250 off a transmission rebuild. And as always, we're here to help with our no credit needed financing. There's no need to wait. Let us help you with all your car's needs today. Simply stop by or make an appointment online at amcoutah.com.
Try something new. Come into Arctic Circle for a delicious peanut butter M&M shake. Or enjoy a classic chocolate shake. These are just two of our delicious above-the-rim shakes. Arctic Circle, where the good stuff is.
Next live, actor KJ Apa from Riverdale. Plus, Jaimin Hansu from A Quiet Place Part 2. So make some noise.
You crazy
guys.
Monday at 10 a.m. on Fox 13. News breaks when it wants. Doesn't have a script, so we don't cut things short just to hand it over to network news. We stay local. Fox 13's Good Day Utah. You're watching Fox 13 News. Let's connect.
Burning calories for a cause this weekend as dozens of Utahns hopped on a bike to ride for a reason.
People across the country joined Lifetime in South Jordan for this special cause, and every pedal counts, giving money to families fighting cancer. Donations range from $5 to $5,000, and all the funds raised from the Ride for a Reason goes to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Just to know that people are going through these struggles, hard times, knowing that they don't have to worry about the funds to take care of their kids, that's a big deal. And that's why we're so passionate about that here.
Today, riders reached their goal of raising $15,000. And don't worry, if you want to help, but you don't want to have to get on a bike, you can do it right from your couch. We'll link you over to St. Jude's website on fox13now.com.
It's a verb. Irradiate.
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 Students from all over the state, from over 100 schools, trying their best to spell everything correctly today at the Northern Utah Wasatch Regional Spelling Bee. It's part of the Scripps Spelling Bee Network. Of the 200 participating, just one was crowned the champion and will represent the state of Utah in Washington, D.C. at the National Spelling Bee. Those at today's event saying that even the statewide spelling bee is a huge accomplishment for so many of these students.
They're not, maybe not the most social person. So for some of these kids, this is a huge victory. This is maybe the biggest victory of their life at this point.
The spelling bee, just a small part of the winner's trip to Washington, D.C. Bee Week officially begins Sunday, May 24th.
Still to come, streamlining higher education. How a bill that just passed the Senate could make it easier to transfer your college credits.
And after being forced to turn patients away, there's a new way you can buy medical marijuana.
I'm Jeff Birmingham. When the politicians tried to pass a massive tax on our food, I was proud to stand with the people and be a leader in the fight to stop them. As governor, I'll always put taxpayers first because you have a right to know how your tax dollars are spent. I'll make our state government more transparent and more accountable so we can track every penny. Because it's not the politicians' money, it's your money.
Jeff Birmingham for governor.